Welcome back to Danberg SC. Today we've got a very special episode. This is live on broadcast as well, so I hope you guys can come in and check it out. Today I've got clan member TommyPro. He is a Diamond 2 Terran right now, and he's going to be playing his kind of standard build, which is a Widowmine bio build. He's been doing really well. He's really his best matchup is right now against Zerg. He's got a 65% win rate against Zerg. My best matchup is against Terran. I've got a 55% matchup against Terran, and we're close to MMR. So my best matchup and his best matchup, but it's against a matchup that I'm not really doing well in right now. So we decided to practice a little bit today, and I've got two screens going. I've got my regular screen here, but I've also got a close-up of the chat so you can see TommyPro. TommyPro, how you doing, man? Welcome to the chat. Ready to play? Okay. So do you have a preference on the map? Oh, so Tommy doesn't want to have his voice broadcast out on the live internet, which is totally understandable. So we will not be giving him his voice, but you will be seeing everything in the chat like this. This is how we're gonna do it today. It's gonna be great. So do you have a preference of a map that you want to play? I'll let you take first pick. Acropolis. Ah, this is my worst map. All right. Of course you would pick it. Of course you'd pick it. All right. We'll do it. All right. So we're just going to do standard game. And we'll talk and watch the replay afterwards. And then we will get right into it. So good luck. Have fun. I'm going to switch into my different channel. Alright, so now Tommy can't hear me, okay? And I'm going to just be playing, so he can't hear me. I'm in a different voice channel, so I can kind of narrate what's going on. And then I can hop back over to the other channel so he can hear me. We can talk about the replay afterwards. But I haven't played Tommy in quite a long time. Last time I played him, he was a Platinum player. And now he's up to Diamond 2. So I'm assuming he has figured his shit out.
You can't buy stuff on credit in this game.
4, 5, 6.
We require You have not enough minerals. Money. Not enough minerals.
I'm just playing my standard game too. I'm not going to do anything funny. I'm not going to do any link floods or anything like that. We're just going to play a standard game. But I know he's going to do Widow Mines, which I'm having trouble with right now on the ladder.
You have not enough minerals. Money.
Let's turn the music up. Let's focus on the game.
Money on my mind, so to pay. Real out of time, like a Kool-Aid. Sipping on you, say psych. Came a long way from G-Bird. Putting in work like fur. New York to LA, Hawaii, and Japan. I'm the motherfucking man, at least I'm feeling like I am. Got the whole wide world in the palm of my hand, but don't give a goddamn. I'm Sam, I am. What that even mean? I don't know what you talking about. Why nowadays everybody got a palm out? PLP, that be me, and that be what I found out. I have arrived on you rappers on time out. Rap back where you at? Everywhere, worldwide. I know you've been waiting for this world to collide. B-O-W-Y-N-T, yelling for Lauren, but to take it back like Jack and Marty inside the DeLorean. I am a historian, but here to make my predecessor proud. Oh, you bitch niggas not allowed. I put it on everything I really wanna cop out. But I did good for a drop out. Hop out in the coupe, chicken hands go crazy. Gotta sound swag when the flow get lazy. What up, what good, where you at, what you been on? Anybody stepping to me, promise to get shit on. Better hop up on the train for your missing chance to get on. Hop up on the train for your missing chance to get on.
Wait for the Reaper.
You need more
If I remember Tommy, he usually sends his Reaper up north. So we're going to expect it north.
You need more minerals. In my day, we mined 8 minerals.
Yep, there it is.
More Vespine gas.
Just what I thought.
A new
Boom.
has emerged.
We require
Gotta survive, gotta survive, gotta survive. So I am metagaming him a bit.
Base is under attack, man.
welcome to Diamond.
Require more minerals.
But now he's not microing the hell out of his Reaper, which was something that he used to do a lot.
You have not
Doesn't even have a little bit of lag.
A new queen has emerged.
Alright. It's alright.
A new queen has. Your forces are taking evolution. A new queen has emerged. Not enough energy.
Alright, we gotta get some overlords.
A new queen has emerged.
Okay, there we go.
Queen has emerged.
Get some map vision.
Need more energy. Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa, need more energy, little guy.
What the hell is this? Okay. Okay. So we're not going to attack that. Oh, I fucked that up.
A new queen has emerged.
Alright, there we go. Now the queens push forward.
You're under attack. Siege up. We must place that on creep.
You came out of my balls, nigga.
We must place that on creep. Our forces are under attack. Unacceptable command. A new queen has emerged.
Can a single one of you motherfuckers even rap shit? Understand the diss of the game, this is gas to the flame nowadays. Everybody saying the same shit, slang.
You're engaging the opponent.
You feeling the lyricism when I'm spilling it, I'm feeling myself. Yeah, yeah, baby. semi-automatic, who'da had it, any ready for anybody to buck back. Hold on, catch a vibe, ain't no way in hell we leaving nobody alive. Even suicide, no fuck that. Bobby feeling villainous, he killing us. I'm coming for your man and his lady, and even a baby. I'm feeling like
Mutation complete.
we call this shit
A
genocide.
creep tumor's under attack. Your forces are under attack.
Okay, here we go.
I got bitches, I got hoes, I got red designer flow. No, we ain't fucking with that. Yeah, this is time and I but if you ain't coming you gon' get smacked. You gon' make Bobby attack. You gon' make Bobby boy snap. You gon' make Bobby
You're
boy snap.
engaging the opponent. We need more.
Oh, I can do that. So this is really all in on his part.
Need more minerals.
This is why he's doing really well.
Evolution complete.
Okay.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
Okay.
We need. A new queen has emerged.
Unacceptable command.
Whoa. Need more energy, little guy. That mineral field's gone. Don't spend it all in one place. That
Damn it.
field's been. We're running out of minerals back home. We require more minerals.
Oh.
Tumors under attack. Your forces are taking damage. Mineral field depleted.
Oh, wrong button.
We require more minerals. We need more money. Minerals.
Okay, so he still micros a bunch.
Warriors have engaged the enemy. You need more minerals. In my day, we mined 8 minerals at a time.
Okay, let's see. Let's stay home. Let's max out. For fuck's sakes.
That field's been mined
Okay,
out.
there we go.
Hope you have an expansion. Mutation complete. So creative. That mineral field's gone. Don't spend it all in one place.
Mutation complete.
Oh, that's an issue. Alright, here we go.
You need more minerals.
Gonna macro.
Day we mine. Whoa. We need more energy, little guy.
We're gonna get
We
some
require more
shit.
minerals.
We're gonna max out on this.
Need more energy.
Alright, now we're gonna get some vision.
Evolution complete. Our forces are under attack. Mineral field depleted. Not enough energy.
And boom!
Your base is under attack.
Shagoon. So he switched out of the mines because I wasn't falling for it.
Your forces are under attack. Shield depleted. You're under attack. Siege up. You need more minerals. In my opinion, mutation complete. So, that mineral, not enough energy.
Mutation complete.
All right, let me go back into the chat. Nice, man. Very, very much improved from what... Oh, no. You are so much better than when I used to play you back when you were Platinum. You are notably better than when you were back in Platinum. Let's go over the replay. One thing I think that you shouldn't have done was switch into tank. Because my composition, I was starting to work on getting into like controlling your Widow Mines, and then you switch to tank, and I had like the perfect counter for it. So if I were you, I would have just doubled down on the Widow Mines and waited for that big hit. Now I'm not going to run into Widow Mines because I've lost to that hundreds of times against Terran. But when you stopped making mines, I stopped being afraid of it, and that's when I was able to like kind of multi-prong and everything. What you should do instead, go into like battle cruisers or something instead of switching into tanks. That's my thing for you. Right now, battle cruisers are really good. So once you get some control of the map and you start expanding out like you were doing, instead of switching into tanks, which is okay. Tank Widow Mine. All right. I mean, that's totally fine. You're a better Terran than I am. So it's up to you. You're in the level now where you can get that. But let's watch this replay together. Let's watch it a little bit. I'm going to put you onto standard screen now so we can watch this. And I'll kind of read your chat if I can't see it properly. I'll just turn my camera off, maybe. Maybe I'll put my camera over here. I'll just do this. I'll just move this over here. There we go. So now it's just the screen. My face is gone. All right. So I'm just going to put it on everyone. And let's watch this on ×2. One thing that you did really good. Actually, I tried to switch on BC. I suck on it. You're good, man. You're good. You're good. The first thing I want to say you didn't do is you didn't over micro your Reaper like you used to do. It was really good. Now, I did think that you were going to use this high ground because I remembered you always going up onto this high ground on this map with your Reaper. So I put my Lings there to kind of block your first Reaper coming in. But you didn't like overreact to it. You didn't do anything. It was really good. So let me see. Gas. Ah, I see. So you like warp into a bunch of shit and then lose all your battle cruisers, and then it's like, oh, well, that was not good. Yeah, I've heard like what I usually die to is when they slowly walk their battle cruisers across the map, and they like maybe sneak them around like here. I'm gonna ping the map a bunch. They sneak them like here around like this, and then they come down into my third. And when they're attacking my third, as soon as I start to defend them, they jump home and then they repair it, so they don't lose any. If you jump into the base, that's really risky. But if you jump home, it's safe always. So save your warps to come home, and it's a lot better, I think. So your macro is really good at the beginning, the first 3 minutes, compared to what it used to be. You're way better. Your macro bar is longer than mine right now, actually. It's really good. What's up, Sam? Welcome to the chat. Playing some practicing some StarCraft with Tommy B, the one of the Terrans in my chat. So this is your standard build, right? Yeah, but I was making Hydras behind those queens. So yeah, the queens are how I defend your first attack. When I saw all of this shit coming at the beginning, I pulled all of my queens forward. So I want to watch this first fight. I want to take a look at it. And then I sniped one of your medevacs on a drop. So this is really good. Your Widow Mines being in this position right now is really good for me to not be able to attack you. Now, when I saw, like, I don't know how many widow mines you have. Right there, that Ling, I always send a scout out right now. And when I saw you had 6 widow mines, I was like, Jesus Christ. So one thing you don't do is you don't clean up my creep at all. So I am going to have better creep. Now, I pull all of my queens down. So I've got 7 queens here right now to kind of like deal with this. Oh, that's really smart. So you can scan there and just push all the creep back next time. Perfect. Okay, yeah, so do that next time. This push will be better. Now, the first time your stuff comes up, I make a mistake. Instead of my queens clicking your medevac, I click these rocks here. So watch this. So what I'm going to do with this build is I'm trying to kill your medevac. Because as soon as I kill your medevac, your marines will slowly die. And I don't really care about your marines anymore. I'm not going to engage down. Because you're not in a spot that is threatening one of my bases right now, right? So honestly, you walking up this middle ramp is okay, but you're really far away from the important spots. The important parts are my base here and my base here. Because you're not going to attack my drones, I can wait all day here and just bank up more and more, and that's what I do. So if I were you, I would push up here into my third, because then I have to defend my hatchery or my gas or something like that. Because right now you're not attacking anything that I care about. So watch. When you're going to try to push in, I'm going to take my queens, I'm going to try to snipe down your medevac. But until you're attacking something that I care about, I don't care what you do. I'm not going to attack you until you're there. I'm going to make some banelings so I can control this. And I'm not attacking. As soon as you push forward, I'm going to try to... There. I tried to snipe your medevac, but I clicked this rock with my queens. So that was my mistake. I'm attacking the rock. I'm like, ah, shit, I could have killed your medevac right then. So now all I'm focusing on is kill the medevac with the queens, push the lings back, push your guys back with the lings. And now I run up. I don't take the engagement, right? Once I kill all your marines, then I can push down with the queens. There it is. Push forward. Run back. Get the medevac, and now your push is done. As soon as your medevacs are dead, this push is done. That's what I think. Because now, my queens can defend this little push. You can't push forward with the widow mines anymore. So my queens, I still have 5 queens left, and I made 3 more queens as soon as it started. So I have 2 more queens here right now, too, on my other bases. So I can't bring them forward, but I have enough widow mines. If you look at my production tab, I'm already starting to drone again. So I'm on 62 workers right now, where you're on 48. So during this attack, I want to go back and I want to watch your macro. So you did a really good attack there. Again, I only think you should attack up to here. I mean, you're better at Terran than I am, so if you have more success attacking here, attack there. Because you're better at this race than I am. I don't know. But, for my opinion, I don't give a shit if you're going to walk up this middle ramp here. I just don't care. So, you can attack there all day. Now, what I want to do is I want to watch your macro. Here we go. So, I'm going to just put it on ×2, and let's see what's going on with your macro while you're doing this push. Mine's shit. My macro is really bad. But I want you to get better so I have some major competition. Alright, so right here. There we go. We're on back a little bit. Alright, so you've got medevacs. You've got SCVs going. SCVs going. SCVs going. I'm really just watching your SCVs. SCVs still going. SCVs still going. SCV still going. Not bad, man. Very good. Very, very good. Yeah, you didn't ever really miss any SCV rounds, and as long as you're not missing any SCV rounds, you're doing really well. So here we go. So yeah, you kill all these, but now I just have enough shit that if I kill this, I know that this is basically your army, and I'm on a massive worker count right now. Yeah, floating a lot of minerals is better than not making SCVs. Because right now, when you come back, yeah, you are floating 600 minerals. I'm floating 1,000. I'm floating 2,000. But I've got 66 workers. I'm about to spend all of it, but I've been focusing on defending you. We're both in diamonds, so we're not like super master players. But yeah, if you come back and you drop like 3rd base here, and then like 2 more barracks, or like another factory to start pumping out more widow mines, or put like a refinery on your factory or something like that. That's all you really need to do. And after this, I think I just outgrew you. I'm just not going to take any bad fights. You did really well with this drop up here. This did a lot of damage, but I had my 4th base. All right, so here, ready? So your first push, if you look, you've only killed, if you hold control and hit the R button, you can see how many workers you've killed. In the first 7 minutes of this game, you've only killed 2 of my workers, and it was with that drop right there. So the whole first beginning, hold control and hit R. It'll show you workers killed. And then you hit it again. Yeah, so you've only killed 2 of my workers this whole game. So right now, if you hit the U button, you can see I have 65, and I've had 65 since about 6 minutes. So I've been way ahead. And now I'm basically done making workers because I just saw that you have I'm coming to scout right now to see if you have a 3rd base or not after this attack. And then I get to decide, do I want to make more workers or not? But yeah, your first push, if you kill my workers, I'm dead. I'm 100% dead. Or if you just kill my whole army, I'm dead. I know, don't throw your army away and only push if he's attacking your workers. Those are my 2 rules when I fight Widow Mines. Those are my 2 rules. Don't throw away your army unless they're attacking your workers. And if they're not attacking your workers, don't attack the army. That's 100% how I play against this. So now, we're going to still push. I'm going to find you in the middle of the map. I see you pushing. So I'm going to, again. So now, because you're pushing into my base, now, I'm going to attack you, right? So now, here's the other thing I know. Your Widow Mines aren't in this area, because I've seen that you haven't put any Widow Mines right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to cut you off. I'm going to try to walk my army between the ramp and your army. I'm going to try to zone you forward so you can't run back down into your Widow Mines. I'm going to trap your army up there. So you'll see my Banelings kind of walk down between the army. You see how I'm blocking off right here? You can't run down the ramp now. I've split my Banelings over to the left so you can't run away. So I've killed this, and now I'm not going to go down and fight your Widow Mines. You see how I'm pulling my Banes back? I'm not going to walk down that ramp. I'm not going to walk down that ramp because I know there's Widow Mines down there. That Queen walked down the ramp, but I'm just waiting until, are you going to fight something that I need? If you do, pull back, and I'm just going to try to cut you off. And I'm not going to fight, right? And then as soon as I get Hydras, I outrange them, and then I can just pick them off as soon as I get my Overseer. So that's how I'm thinking about this. So next time you're playing, what you want to try to do is have your Widow Mines, not so much as like a bait. You want to push your Widow Mines forward into a really bad spot where I can't do it. Your Widow Mines are for zoning me out of a spot. If I run into them like a dumb Zerg, then yeah, you're going to kill all my shit. But you want to zone me into your Widow Mines. Where, okay, for example, if you put your Widow Mines right, like, let's say your Widow Mines are like here, all right? Right beside my 3rd base. And now you're attacking my workers. I have to push into your army if I want to keep this base. And then that means I have to push into your Widow Mines. If you're in a spot where I don't give a shit, I'm not going to attack your Widow Mines. So your whole goal is to put your Widow Mines in a spot that I care about. That's what you want to be trying to do. Let's keep watching. Now I'm just getting ahead of you now. I'm 140 supply to 110. I mean, you're really keeping up. 130 to 121. I'm trying to search for your Widow Mines with this little Hydralisk ball here. And as soon as I find this, see right there, this is a super good Widow Mine. You see how, because I have to run by this Widow Mine right here. This Widow Mine is so good because if I want to attack your base, I have to run by that Widow Mine. So watch how much damage that Widow Mine's going to do. Well, I zone out of it. I pull my shit and I only get you to hit like a small bot because I kind of can micro against Widow Mines a little bit. But if I didn't micro like that, you would have killed this whole mess of Zerglings. And I would have been left with some Hydras and you could have won really easy. So that Widow Mine, super good. And again, what I'm doing, running behind your army with my Lings so you can't stutter step away, and then my Banlings are going to roll into you. Right? So I'm doing all of these things to zone you. So surround your army, and then my Banelings roll into it. But if you have your Widow Mines in a good spot like that one, then I just have all my shit explode. So I'm trying to show you how I'm thinking about this matchup so you can play better Zergs. And now that I've killed a lot of your army, I feel comfortable that I can push out. But I'm afraid of Widow Mines right now, right? I don't know you've switched out of Widow Mines. So if I just knew that you had this little army right here, I would have pushed forward with just this little ball of shit here and won the game. but I'm afraid of Widow Mines, so I'm staying back. That's what I mean. When you switched out of Widow Mines, and right here I'm going to realize, oh, you don't have Widow Mines anymore. I'm going to go super aggressive against you. So right here I'm going to realize, I'm like, no, he has Widow Mines. I can't take that fight. I could have just won the game there, but because I don't know you don't have Widow Mines anymore, I'm not pushing out anymore. Let me just fast forward. I do catch this drop that you've got coming out. I'll show you. Right there. Flies right by my Overlord here. So I'm going to run a bunch of shit up to my main. And keep other shit out by... So now I've split my army. I've got some army right here. Some army right here. And I'm waiting. My Infestors are kind of right here in the middle of everything. So I've got my Infestors to be able to support wherever your main army is going to push in. So I'm kind of preparing for all of this. Now, here's where I realize you don't have Widow Mines, and I'm just going to push across the map. So 100%, when I see no Widow Mines, just be super aggressive. Don't ever let up. So really good things you did, really good things you did was the one Widow Mine that you had here that you made me run by. So this time when we're playing, do the exact same thing, but try to make it so I have to engage into your Widow Mines, right? That's what you should be thinking about this game. You ready to try again? You the man, man. You the man. All right, let's jump out of this replay. My choice. Ooh. All right, let me check out my race report and see what my best map is. Triton. Let's do Triton. Triton LE. Triton LE. Alright. So this is my best map. I'm going to keep playing just Lingbane Hydra. Alright. You ready? Alright, here we go. I'm going to turn my music up. I'm going to get into a different channel. Good luck. Have fun, man. Alright, here we go. He can't hear me anymore. He's really a lot better than what he was before. He is really improving. Now, I gave him like the secret to what I think about.
Have fun.
So now it's going to be harder for me to deal with the shit that he's doing. Because I basically told him all my secrets.
Mine more minerals. You can't buy stuff on credit in this game.
He's a better Terran than I am, so I don't know how much good advice or bad advice I'm giving him, but what I'm trying to tell him is what I'm thinking about, and then he can use that information against me. And against other Zergs that he's going against on the ladder. Tommy's just hit into Diamond 2, which is fantastic. It's very good. But I'm hanging around the top of Diamond 2, and I've tipped into Diamond 1 last season. So I'm, MMR-wise, he's about 3.7, and I'm about 3.9. So I'm still a little bit better than him, but not by a lot. I've lost to Terrans at this MMR with builds that he's doing. So, it's not like I can just play an easy game against him. I have to actually try.
Not enough minerals.
But the harder I go against him,
More minerals.
the more I really push him, the better he's going to get. And then I'll have an actual practice partner. If someone can kick my ass every time I play them, that's the guy I want to practice with. Not the dude that I always beat the shit out of. That doesn't do anything for me. Does a lot for my person I'm practicing with, but I want to play against someone that's going to kill me every time I play them. Okay, we go. So he never SCV blocks me, so I'm going to make sure. Alright, I'm going to keep my Lings right here this time because I don't know where he's going to come from. And I'm not going to tell him to SCV block me, because if he doesn't want to send the scout over at the beginning, that is
You need more
100% fine on
My
his
day,
part.
we mined 8 minerals at a time. We
I
require
get
more
supply
minerals.
blocked.
You require more Vespine gas.
Pull my finger or two. A new queen has emerged.
Alright, now he's microing a bunch.
Whoa, you need more energy, little guy.
Not enough minerals.
We require more minerals. Mine more minerals.
You can't buy stuff on credit in this game.
Spawn more overlords.
They're attacking your base, you know. You need more minerals.
In my day, we mined 8 minerals at a time.
Okay, so I want to have creep spread out. Okay, so there's the Widow Mine I see. I know he is doing the same thing he was doing before.
We must place that on creep.
Need more energy.
Hey, your base is under
Your forces are under attack.
Okay, 44.
Evolution complete.
Shit. Okay.
You're engaging the opponent.
Shit. Okay.
Not enough energy. A new queen. A new
Unacceptable command.
Whoa, you need more energy, little guy.
Not enough energy. Need more energy.
You're under attack. Siege up.
Okay, so here
Our
it
forces
comes.
are under attack.
Alright. Hasn't moved out yet.
Unacceptable.
I can still see him at home. So the more creep spread I have, the better this is going to be. Here it comes.
Unacceptable command.
Not enough SPN.
Price control.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Not enough.
We're
SPN.
running out of minerals. Vespine, tasteless.
Unacceptable command.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Unacceptable command.
Shit.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Your forces are taking damage.
Our forces are under attack.
Here we go.
A creep tumor's under attack.
Okay, so I'm gonna push him as soon as I see start burying those wines. Okay. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it.
Your warriors
Ready
have
for it?
engaged the enemy.
Rotation complete.
Now,
So
push.
creative.
Oh, I might have died. Yeah, I died. I'm dead.
A creep tumor's under attack.
I'm dead.
Evolution complete.
You're under attack. Siege up. Base is under attack again.
There it is. Very nice. Very nice. So I took the fight off of creep, which I shouldn't have done, which is what I'm talking about. So this is why I lost. We'll go back in the replay. I didn't need to take this fight. I didn't need to take this fight, but I wanted to take it just to see if I could do it. Because you were doing really well, but I got a little bit overconfident. So I was like, I think I could take this fight. And then your Widowmine fucked my Banelings, and then I died. So it was very good. So here, let's look at your setup here. So again, if I fight in your army in a spot that I really don't care about, oh my god, you killed so many of my Banelings. Wait till you see this. It's going to be right on the ramp. It's going to be right on the ramp. I should have attacked with my queens first, but I never moved my queens in. It was my bad. It was my bad. No, I messed up on this one. You were fine. Your positioning could have been a little bit better. Again, you were in a spot that I really didn't give a shit about. I'll show you a spot that you'll want to be in. And you moved into it after I fucked up. So your slow push out here was good. Trying to have me figure out where I'm not going to be. But my creep on this point... Alright, here we go. So let me start slowing it down. So now I'm going to position some shit all around you. So what I should have done... Now I could have done... Oh, you know what I could have done? I could have just counter pushed. If I had just taken this army here and pushed it up into this base here, I could have done a lot of damage. And then I still probably could have held off with this army and these queens. That would have been a better idea. Okay, I'm learning. Oh, that's why you were hesitating. I really should have just ran into your main. That would have been it. That would have been end of game. Alright, so watch the ramp. Watch this ramp and watch this Baneling hit you have. So I should have moved, what I should have done right here, I should have moved my queens forward first, okay? I didn't move my queens forward first because I wanted to have my queens tank this first Widowmine hit, and then I was going to hit you from two sides with Lings. Now watch all those Banelings coming in from the top. Watch this. Ready? There. I fucking lost all those Banelings. Those Banelings should have been the key to this, but then I realized I didn't move my queens. So this is what happens when I play this build on the ladder. Later on in the matches when he's sieging up like my 4th base or something like that, I'm like, fuck, I have to take this fight. And then I forget to move my queens or my hydras in to tank some Bane hits, and then I lose a huge clump of Banelings. I almost had Baneling speed too. If I had waited 8 more seconds, I would have had Baneling speed, and I would have been able to get more damage done with my Banelings, but I fucked up. And then you just have all this army left over. Oh, the tank is good. I mean, it depends on how you want to control it. I'm not going to say it's wrong, because again, you're the better Terran than I am. I'm not you're Terran. I play just 2-1-1 opener every time I play Terran. I'm a Diamond 2 Terran, but I only know the 2-1-1 and how to control that. You don't play the 2-1-1, so I really don't know what advice to give you. But what this tank is doing is it's also... You know what? It's actually really smart, because what you could do is if the tank is hitting a hatchery, right? This tank right now isn't in a super great spot. It's just kind of like hitting shit out here. And honestly, I really shouldn't have taken this fight because let's see, what are you attacking here, right? Before I take this fight, what are you threatening? You could sit here literally the entire game and I could still just get up to 100 workers and broodlords. Like this position right here, I really don't give a shit about it. But because I'm stupid, I fight you in this position. So I broke my cardinal 1 rule. If you're not attacking my drones, don't attack the army. You weren't attacking my drones and I attacked the army, which is why I lost. That's my number 1 rule against this and I broke it. So I don't really give a shit about this area. Now, if that tank is sieged in a spot where it can hit this base, I have to engage. Because then you've started the timer, right? You've started the timer to where I can't just leave it there or my shit's gonna die. So if you had come down this path instead, this path down here, put your widow mines up front and then your tank directly on top of your widow mines. So I can't just like push it forward, right? So your widow mines coming first, siege up with your bio. Then your tank slowly walks down this path over here until it can hit my 3rd base. I have a 4th base starting already, right? So I could just move my workers, but I have to decide, do I want to take this fight or do I want to do that? So the tank I think is a good idea. You just have to have it in a good position. Where it is right now, I think it's useless. But if you had it in a better spot where it's hitting something I give a shit about and the range on the tank is really large and you've got medevacs for high ground vision, if you control it and set up properly, it's a very, very powerful tool to have with this army, I think. That's my answer. Yeah, man. I just want you to think, I want you to understand what I'm thinking about. Because, like, I'm about a 4K MMR Zerg, and you're about 3.8 MMR Terran. So I'm a little bit better than you, and if you understand how I think, then you'll be able to beat me, and then we'll both be 4,000 MMR, and we can both, like, practice with each other, and then we'll both move up to 5,000 together. So I'm trying to let you think about what I think as much as possible. So try to put your tank into a position where it's going to threaten a hatchery. And then that's a fucking problem that I have to deal with. That's a really good game. You totally won this game. Fair and square. I took a really shit trade. It was my fault that I lost. Very good. All right, let's hop out of this. Can you do one more? 2 more? 1 more. Fuck yeah. All right, here it is. This is it. This is the end of the line. So you pick last map. You pick last map. This is best of 3 versus TommyPro. The first game map? All right, we can go back to that. Acropolis. That's probably good so we can get a little bit used to those maps. Okay, Acropolis LE. All right, here we go. Good luck, man. I'm gonna jump into the different chat now. All right, let's listen to this again.
Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, or better known
We're turning up the music this time. Here we go. We're going full tryhard now. Last game of the day. This is it. I can't let him win twice on me.
Good luck. Have fun.
Mine more minerals.
You can't buy stuff on credit in this game.
Now he could proxy 2 racks me. He has done that in the past.
We require more minerals.
Boo!
You need more minerals.
In my day, we mined 8 minerals at a time.
Not enough minerals.
Yeah, Sam, we're playing the garden maps again.
Mine more minerals.
You can't buy stuff on credit in this game.
All right, so we don't have any racks out yet.
We require more minerals.
According to the American Psychiatric Association,
It is hot.
it affects roughly 8% of children and 2% of adults, commonly believed to only
All right, let's move my fan a little bit closer. There it is.
As rowdy and rambunctious.
One time for them praying on my downfall. 2 times for them bitches in the South Shore. 3 times for them days on the block getting chased by the cops like a motherfucking outlaw. 4 times for them days that were all bad. 5 times for the bitches who ain't called back. 6 times for the kids like me who got ADHD just to. Me and Jordan need a couple hearses. Double homicide, kill the beat and the verses. Everybody living on the surface, but we came from the underground. Yeah, we deserve. What's beef? Beef is when you murder motherfuckers on a beat. Kill 'em all, kill 'em all. Nah, what's beef? Beef is brothers lying over shit that never mattered in the first place. Lying in the street. What's peace? Peace is when you leave it in the past, let it heal like a cast. When enough time passes and you blast. Kinda
You
like
need more
John with
minerals.
bars like
In
a
my
convict.
day,
Fuck
we
around
mined
and you don't
8
wanna
minerals.
start shit. Coming with the hot shit, all they do is talk shit. You can never top it, boy. Just stop.
We require more
drunk, call
minerals.
that HD vision. All these other motherfuckers full of
Mine more
indecision, and I murder
minerals.
with
You
precision.
can't buy
All over
stuff
your
on credit in
television.
this
I'm
game.
numero uno. Number
Insufficient
one, and you is
testing
just a
gas.
subdivision. Never listen.
Gotcha.
Don't leave 'em missing. That's the mission like ISIS.
Gotcha.
Trying to figure over who the nicest.
A new
It's
queen
logic,
has
it's
emerged.
obvious. Just ask the audience. I've come to body this shit. Yes, it's egregious.
need
I'm
more
Regis. You
minerals.
Kelly, you
In my
pussy.
day, we mined
You
8
push me, I'm
minerals at a
Louis
time.
Vuitton. You at Target with your mom. On the internet, still hating on my last post. I just said a steak back in Mastros.
We require
My
more
God,
minerals.
me and Jordan need a couple hearses.
Double homicide, cause the beat and the verses.
Not enough
Living on the
minerals.
surface, but we came from the underground. Yeah, we deserve. Far from the minimum, killing them with no riddling. And 5'9" was the middleman to get them in the same room. Now we on the same tune and we still the game doomed. The illest lyricists on the same shit. Rap back, clap back on that gang shit. Do it for the love of rap, not for the fame shit. Woo! 1 time for the Grammy that I never got. 2 times for the
We
garden that I
require more
sold out.
minerals.
3 times for the street crimes that I committed. Yeah, I did it, but thank God that I made it.
Run,
out.
run, 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 run.
4 times 'cause I'm a
Run, 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 run.
5 times platinum.
Run, 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 run.
For the
Yes.
beats and the rhymes, fuck the heat and the crime.
We
Keep
need
the
more
beats like a
money.
waistline.
Minerals. Whoa, need more energy, little guy.
Boom. 41.
A new queen has emerged.
Evolution complete.
Yeah. Money
A
on my
new
mind, so
queen
to
has
pay. Real out of time, never Kool-Aid. Sipping on Douce sight. Came a long way from G-Bird. Putting in work like Ferg. New York to LA, Hawaii, and Japan.
more
I'm a
energy.
motherfucking man, at least I'm feeling like I am. Got the whole wide world in the palm of my hand, but don't give a goddamn. I'm Sam, I am. What that even mean? I don't know what you talking about. Why nowadays everybody got a palm out? PLP, that be me, and that be what I rhyme about. I have arrived, all you rappers on time out. Rap back where you at, everywhere, worldwide. I know you've been waiting for this world to collide. B-O-double-V-Y, it's taking Lily for Lauren, but they take it back like that Marty inside the DeLorean.
We must
I
place
am no
that on
historian,
repeat.
but hit him and my predecessor proud. Oh, you bitch niggas not allowed. I put it on everything I really wanna cop out, but I did good for a drop out. Hop out in the coupe, chicken hands go crazy. Gotta sound swag when the flow get lazy. What up, what good, where you at, what you been on? Anybody stepping to me, promise to get shit on. Better hop up on the train for your missing chance to hop up on the train for your missing chance to get on. Mixtape, Molly, that's the type of shit I spit on. Woo!
In the song now, everybody know that it's on now.
Damn,
Get in the song now.
Unacceptable command.
damn.
Said it's on now. Everybody know that it's on now. Get in the song now.
Everybody alive, everybody listening to this fun alive. Come on up for the vibe, come on up for the vibe. Come on, come on, come on, you gotta survive. Everybody alive, everybody listening to this fun alive. Come on up for the vibe, come on up for the vibe. Come on, come on, you gotta survive. I said you gotta survive.
Gotta survive. Gotta survive. Gotta survive. Gotta survive. Gotta survive. Gotta survive. Yeah, gotta survive.
Smooth criminal mic jack, throw a subliminal, put your women in black dress. They was in Timberlands,
We
I
need
was
more
up
money.
in them night boots.
Need more
Remember them
energy.
nights the mama couldn't come right back. I'm on the path right now, put the plight on the mic. If I write mine down, I cite my crowd, I was savvy out of down. Used to go to Mark Twain, Mo County coastline. We got many flows that any hoe will vouch for. I got many foes, cause many hoes be out for. Had the penny phones, remember those was
Insufficient
copper. Had so
vesting.
many homies talking about how you got those. I feel night in real life, I'm real Nike. It's Flight Club in my house, they not like me. More than likely, they ain't got the heart to fight me. It's a lie, somebody seeing me, means I'm rising. Hey.
Okay, here we go.
Your forces are taking damage.
There we go.
Evolution complete. A new queen has emerged.
Go.
In the zone now. Everybody knows it's zone.
Fuck.
Said it's zone.
Not enough energy.
Everybody knows it's zone. Oh, get in the zone now.
All right, so I overdroned a bit.
Your forces are under attack.
Go.
Your forces are taking damage. Upgrade tumors under attack.
Ah, shit.
Hold my finger, Artosis. Upgrade tumors under attack. That mineral field's gone. Don't spend it all up.
You're engaging the opponent.
Fuck rap, bustin' like an addict with a semi-automatic. Who done had it any ready for anybody to buck back? Hold on, catch a vibe, ain't no way in hell we leaving nobody alive. Even suicide, no fuck that. Bobby killing villainous, he killing us. I'm coming for your man and his lady, and leaving the baby. I'm feeling like I'm chicken, slim shady with rabies. I'm coming out the mouth, ain't nobody taking me out. Every single rapper in the industry, yeah, they know what I'm about. And I dare you to test me, cause not a single one of you motherfuckers impress me. And maybe that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but I'm full of innovation. And I'm tired of all that it's high school, he's not rap shit. Can a single one of you motherfuckers even rap shit? No, this ain't a diss to the game, this a gas to the flame. Nowadays, everybody saying the same shit's lame. Like a moth to the flame, I'm a rhythm and a killer. You feeling the system when I'm spilling and
Go.
I'm feeling myself. Yeah, Bobby Love, he been feeling himself. Man's better like this.
All right, let's just push. We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go. Gotta go.
I'm coming for your man and his lady, and even a baby. I'm feeling like I'm Slim Shady. There's nowhere to hide. We call this shit genocide. Hit them with that then they die. We gon' leave them crucified. We call this shit genocide. I got bitches, I got hoes,
Need
I
more
got real
energy. You're
designer
engaging the
clothes. No, we
opponent.
ain't fucking with that. Yeah, there's a time and a place, but if you ain't coming with the illest of raps, calling yourself yourself the greatest alive, then you don't deserve to do that. No, no, oh no, no, please do not do that. You gon' get smacked. You gon' make Bobby attack. You gon' make Bobby boy snap. You gon' make Bobby boy
Did
snap.
that first push. I overdrone. Okay.
For anybody to buck back. Go to catch a vibe. Ain't no way in hell we leaving nobody alive. Even suicide, no fuck that. Bobby feeling villainous, he killing us. I'm coming for your man and his lady and even a baby. I'm feeling like I'm
Not enough
Slim Shady.
Like Jay-Z, jiggers up, you fuckers who didn't write anything. Getting
We need more money.
like bathing. Young Hova, I know hitters like Yankees. Gun toes, the bird triggers like crazy. Unloaded, leave you shot up in your rover, your body goes limp and slumps over like A-Rod in a month low, but he just homered. Hold up, I said rubber because now your rubber is red like Red Rover, so you know what I meant. But I wrote over my opponents instead, making yard sounds. Cause I gotta keep breaking these bars down. I'll go slow for the speds. But when I go like the dope women said, I still think the roof would go over your head. Beast mode, motherfuckers about to get hit with so many foul lines. You think I'm a free throw? Figured it was about time for people to eat, bro. You about to get outrhymed. How could I be dethroned? I stay on my toes like the repo. A behemoth in sheep clothes from the east coast to the west. I'm the ethos and I'm the goat. Who the best? I don't gotta say a fucking thing, no. Cause I'm C's no. But you don't wanna hear me spit the facts. Your shit is ass like a tailbone. You trapped in your cell phone. My chicken scratch on my self load. I don't wanna fucking listen to you spit your rap. Someone else wrote. Used to get beat up by the big kids. Used to let the big kids steal my big wheel. And I wouldn't do shit but just sit still. Now money's not a big deal. I'm rich. I wipe my ass with 6 mil. Big bills like a platypus. Caterpillars coming to get the cannabis. I'm looking for the smoke with you motherfuckers are scattering, battering everything. And I've had it with the
get
Go.
a hive.
I think stand stiff as a mannequin. And I'm bringing the
Go.
banana back in the fucking headband again. The handkerchief and I'm thinking of bringing the fucking fingerless gloves back. And I'm giving a singular fuck like fuck rat. I sound like a fucking millionaire with the dare and with the hand trigger like a bear.
I think we lost.
Y'all couldn't hold a candle in a prayer vigil when I bit. They compare me to a fucking air dog. I'm about to bare knuckle it. Nah, fuck it. I'm gonna go upside your head with an air tucking ass with a fucking dab or the track.
Please make Zerglings.
Fuck that shit. I'm up back with a
You
thud.
need more
Man,
minerals.
stop.
A new queen has emerged. Need more energy. Your forces are taking damage.
Wait.
You require more Vespian.
A creep tumor's under attack.
Nope. No. 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 No.
Not enough. A creep tumor's under attack.
Go. Fuck.
That mineral field's gone. Don't spend it all.
Insufficient
Come
Vespian
home.
gas.
Make ultras. Make ultras. Make ultras. Make ultras. Make ultras. Make ultras.
It's Vespian cases.
Oh, for fuck's sakes, that's what's up.
Not enough energy.
90.
Insufficient Vespian gas. You require
Oh,
more
come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Finger orthosis. Need more energy. Not enough Vespian gas.
It's Vespian tasteless. Our forces are under attack. Your warriors
Eh?
That field's been mined out. You
Ultras.
require more Vespian gas.
Wait for the ultras to come out.
You're under attack. Siege up.
That mineral field. A creep tumor's under attack. Not enough Vespian gas.
It's
Come on.
Vespian tasteless.
Mineral field depleted. We must spawn more overlords. Vespian geyser exhaust.
You're engaging the opponent.
I gotta start +3. Shit. Start +3, start +3, start +3.
It's Vespine tasteless.
Really?
Go. Alright, now we're push.
Mineral field depleted.
Ultras, boy. Ultras, boy. Ultras, boys. Ultras, boys.
You need more minerals.
In my day, we might eat minerals all the time. Insufficient Vespine gas.
Mineral field depleted.
Mine more minerals.
GG! Yes! Yes! Oh shit! Woo! Holy shit, man! That was so fucking close. That was way fucking closer than I wanted it to be. Holy shit. Welcome to the chat, Johnny Yagi. Welcome. This is me and TommyPro. We're just doing some sparring. He's a clan member of mine. We're just practicing our ZvT. The dude I just fought a couple months ago was a platinum Terran. Now he's almost beating my ass. Like, that first push was fucking huge. Was that first push? That was huge, man. Tommy, you did it, man. Like, that game was so much different from the first one. Hey, man, I made a shitload of macro mistakes too. I made a shitload of macro mistakes. Look at my fucking unspent resources. It was like over 800. That's like way more. That's a lot. Also, I had 272 APM that game. That is the highest APM I've ever had, ever. I'm usually about 250, but I have never played that fast before. You had me literally all over the fucking map. Maybe, I don't know, my upgrades were really shit this game, I felt. Okay, they were better than what you were doing, but you were just pumping out a huge army. And you were taking really good trades. If you look at the army trades on the hit at 12 minutes, the 12-minute one I was like, fuck, I've totally lost. Dude, you did super well. You did super well. Let's watch this replay and we'll call it a day, man. Seriously. GG. G fucking G, man. You did it. That was such a good game. I was like, I have to go ultras. I have to go ultras because of your Widow Mines. I couldn't get into Broodlords because you kept my, like, you just kept way too much pressure on me. It was so good. It was such a good game. That was legit. I've played Diamond 1 Terrans that are not as good as that. I'll be 100% honest with you. So I'm just going to keep it on this. I apologize. I metagamed you at the beginning with your Reaper. I knew that you were going to bring it up there again on this map. Because a lot of Terrans do on this map. So I put my lings up at your spot and I caught it. I apologize. I apologize. I forgot my upgrade. Well, you had a lot of shit, man. Well, you had a lot of shit. If you had upgrades, if you had not forgotten your upgrades, I think you could have done, I think you could have taken it. I'll show you the spot of the game. When you took this base, when you destroyed that base, I was like, I might have just fucking lost. Like, I want you to, I'm putting this up just as it is on YouTube afterwards. You should watch this third game and listen from my perspective because I'm like, fuck me, I just lost. I literally say that in this game. Dude, this is a super good match, man. My God. No, you were trying to close the game out. You were trying to like end the game, which you should have done. Like, you were doing everything you should have done, but I was playing my hardest. That's all I can say. Like, I was doing really well too at that point of the game. For diamond level, and I'll show you what I was doing. So I'll show you kind of my thought process and how you could have won the game. Because I had one condition. I needed to re-get my economy back, and I had to defend until I felt strong enough to move back out of the map. So your Widow Mines were really good this game. So, oh yeah, take your time. Take your time. I'll pause it. I'll pause it. Oh, I'm gonna take a second to catch my breath. What a game. What a damn game. Johnny Yagi, welcome to the chat, man. I haven't seen you here before. If you have been here before and I've forgotten you, my most sincere apologies, but welcome to the Danberg stream. Hope you're enjoying the content. I have a YouTube channel as well. Check it out. Just these videos that I'm putting up, that I'm streaming right now, usually go up on it. Welcome, new guy. I didn't think I've seen your name before, but very much thank you for coming and thank you for watching the chat. Okay, all right, here we go. Let's go back to it. So these 3 Zerglings, you did a really good job cleaning them up. I was trying to see when you were going to move out your 3rd, and you kept killing the lings that were going across the map. Any good Zerg player, Terran usually hits. The first Terran push usually comes in at about 5 minutes, is what I've learned from playing the ladder. All right, so at 5 minutes is when the push usually hits my base. So your push is a little bit delayed, but it's strong as shit. Now I'm up to 70 workers. Yeah, so this looks like kind of a 2-base all-in. And in the replay when I was watching, not in the replay, in the game when I realized, like, right now, I'm at 61 workers and you're on 44. I'm way over-droned. I'm way over-droned for this build. And then I see you push out, right? So you're starting probably your 3rd base here really soon. Your macro's great. You're not losing your cash. You're on a good economy. You've got the amount of workers that you can have for this. But I'm at 64 workers and you're now at 50. So what I should have done... Oh, I pulled you home with that. I could have hit a little bit sooner. Okay. Okay, no. I didn't overdrone then. If you had hit at 5 minutes, I would have been just dead because of overdroning. Alright. So, this push here, you see how, like, when you move into here, you're attacking my hatchery, and then I'm like, I have to attack you, right? So, like, this, very good from the advice from the first game, attacking into this angle as well. Your tank spread with your Widowmines, like I was talking about, putting a Widowmine on a tank, because a lot of times what I'll do, you'll see, I've got this army down here, right? What this army is meant to do is to go surround those tanks, and then my queens and shit will push your Marines back. But because you have a Widowmine around each one of your tanks, and like up this ramp, I'm going to lose all of my shit on the way to these tanks. I'm going to lose all this shit on the way over here. So this positioning you have right here is really good. And you're slowly leapfrogging this tank forward. Yeah, it's smart. Yeah, I agree with this. You're doing it. This is a good. This tank spread, you're a better Terran than I am. But I can't see anything blatantly wrong with this tank spread. And this tank up here in the front, this forward tank, you're going to start moving forward a little bit more to hit this hatchery. And then I'm like, I have to attack you now. I have to attack you. I have this base up here started, but I can't mine from it. I have to walk through your army. I would have to take these drones and walk up through your army to get to it. So I have to pull all my shit back. So here it comes. Here comes my army. I only got 1 tank. Now I'm like, I fucking lost. Right here, I'm like, lost the game. Now what I didn't do is, if you look, I have 15 unspent larvae. I haven't made anything. I haven't made anything right now. So if I had been making units during this, my macro would have been a lot better and I wouldn't be in such a shitty spot. But that was my mistake. I really fucked up this. So I sacrificed this base. This base, I'm dead. I'm like, all right, everything's gone. So we're going to pull the workers. Everything's coming back. You've killed 6 workers now. So I'm still on 56. We're still on the same basic economy, right? We're basically on the same economy. You have 51 army to my 30 army. All right? So now I'm in a really shitty spot. Now, all you have to do to win this game is reposition your tanks right here. If you can push your tanks up to there, you win. And now what you do with that is your Widow Mines, right? Your Widow Mines have to come forward and they have to protect your tanks. Basically, your bio is going to be what baits me into attack you. Your bio comes forward, shoots the thing that is just out of range of your tanks, and you try to pull me back into your stuff with your bio, which you're doing really good. But you have to protect your tanks with your Widow Mines, or have your Widow Mines in a spot where I can't leave, right? So if you had positioned everything where the flash is on the map right here, I just lose. I'm just dead. I just fucking lose the game. So I lost this. I'm making an assload of Banelings. But again, Banelings don't really matter against these Widow Mines and stuff like that. So I catch this tank, and I'm trying to stop you. But if you had sieged up a tank even like down here at the bottom of this ramp, instead of pushing it up here, and then move your Widow Mines up a little bit, like put one Widow Mine and one tank right here where the flash is at the bottom of that ramp, and then you have high ground vision from your medevacs with this tank, you're already hitting my hatchery basically with that tank, or my Baneling nest. And now I'm like in a really bad spot. But what I'm thinking right now, so you just have to unbind it. That's what I mean. Unbind your F2 button for a little bit. And now I've cleaned up a lot of your army. So what I've realized is after all that, you've only killed 6 of my workers. And I've got my 4th base up, right? So I'm about to transfer all of my workers to my 4th base. I'm going to transfer everything I have over to my 4th base. And now what I'm going to do is just defend as much as I can. So I don't need more workers, really. I don't really need more workers. I just need to defend your army because I already had an assload of workers from the beginning, and I didn't really lose any. That's what I'm thinking about right now. So what you want me to do is continue making units, and you need to make more workers. So at this point in the game, what you should be thinking about, take your 4th base. You have total map control right now. I am hiding in my base on my creep. Luckily, I have fucking great creep spread right now. I've almost got mid-map on my creep spread. I'm way over here on my stuff. So I've got really good creep spread to keep me safe, but I can't leave my creep. I can't, because you'll kill me. So what you should have done, taken a 4th base. Fuck, take a 5th base, and then drone up to 70 workers. Or just make 70 workers and get a fuck ton of production online. But keep some pressure behind me, right? You need to keep me on my side of the map with these little pressures that you're doing with like Widow Mine tank and a bunch of bio. And then you just need to get a gigantic economy. Because if I'm stuck on 60 workers and I'm throwing away Ling Bane, I can't get up to Banes. I can't get up to like lurkers. Okay, take your time. Take your time, you're good. We're getting close to the end anyway. While he's gone, there's my YouTube stuff and my email. If you're interested in practicing with me, send me an email. Okay, you're good. So yeah, I was kind of rambling. I'm excited about how good you got with this match. But basically, all you need to do at this point, when you have map control, when you've pushed me back and I can't leave my base, you need to expand. You need to get a fuck ton of bases, and you need to keep pressure on me like you're doing right now. If you did that, you win. But what I'm going to do now is, if you watch my worker count, I'm about to get a whole lot of workers after I clean this up. I'm going to get enough Lings and enough Banes to like shut this down. And as soon as I shut this down, I'm just going to be making workers. I'm just going to kill this fight, and then I'm going to make an assload of workers. So that was a good shot. It was a great Widow Mine. And again, you're not attacking my shit right now, so I'm not going to attack you, right? So now we're back into the same thing we were on the first game. Is there a reason you didn't come back to the 3rd base that you did originally? Or are you trying to kill my main base now? I think attacking into this base. Oh, you did? Okay. You got scans? You got 2 scans on that. You got a scan, 1 scan. You've got 2 scans right now. Yeah, it is scary. It is scary. You have a really good match, but yeah, it is scary. I'm just waiting for you to kind of like make me hit you, and I'm just building up my army, then run away. So take a little bit of your army, run back. Kind of just what you're doing. And now I'm going to start flanking around, right? So right there, I felt confident. I felt confident right before this fight. I was like, you know what? I think I can take that. I think I can take that fight. There's 3 tanks, and I know your Widow Mines just got some shots off. You don't have a lot of bio. It's basically just tank mine. And if I get in there with my Banelings quick enough, and I have Baneling speed, I can kind of detonate on top of everything, and then just push across the map. So watch the production tab now. Hit D so you can see the production tab. As soon as I kill this, watch how my drones just explode. Now, if you had been making 5 bases of SCVs constantly, and you are already you are on 70 workers. Great, you're already on 70 workers, so that's super good. You need to take 5th base, and you need to make planetaries fucking everywhere, so I can't push into anything. But great macro, by the way. You're doing really good. 10 minutes and 76 workers as Terran. It's really good. So I'm going to take this, and now I make a couple more lings to just stay safe, and now the drones are going to start coming out. So there it is. The drones are starting. I'm getting my tech forward. I'm going to tech into Hive. I don't want to take that fight. You kill way too many Hydras there. I didn't want to lose all those Hydras, but you kill like all of my Hydras and some Queens, and I'm like, yeah, I threw a lot of that shit away. So you did really well there as well. No, I can't afford it because you're doing so much damage to me. I can't get units to survive and upgrades and Hydralisk speed. That's the problem with Zerg, right? So like, I'm spending. If you look at my money, watch my cash. Like right now, I've got a lot of money because I just got enough to like push across the map, and now Hydralisk speed has started because I have money. But back here, when I'm like starved to death before you punch in, I guess I could have gotten it here. I'm starting it already, so I've got them both started here. Yeah, that's what I did. That was my bad. I have them both started. I should have started Hydra speed first. That was a mistake on my point. All right. Okay, here we go. Push across the map. Lose all my Hydras because I don't have Hydra speed. And now I'm on 70 workers. You're on 83 workers. I think you're good on workers, man. You're fine now. You just got to start expanding out. 80 workers is fucking great for Terran. Jesus. That's why you're floating so many minerals. I don't think so, man. Having that many workers is good. Just make an ass load of production. Because right now, let's look at your production. Structures. You've got 5 barracks, 2 factories, and a starport. That is not enough production for 80 workers. You could have literally 10 barracks, all with reactors, and making 20 Marines at a time, 2 tanks at a time, and 2 Liberators at a time, and probably still be floating gas. So, if you ever get over 70 workers, you need to have, I get up to at least 8 barracks, but I stop at 75 workers. I get 8 barracks, 2 factories, 2 starports. That's how I play Terran in the late game. And that usually lets me get battlecruisers, or lets me get Thors, or lets me get a fuck ton of Marauders, depending on if I'm playing Protoss or Zerg or something like that. And I suggest you add in more Marauders to your mix, because the very end of this game, when I win, if you had more Marauders, I would have, my Ultras would have gotten fucked. So I usually say 3-to-1. It's how I play Terran. Again, you're a better Terran. You should watch pros. But I go 3 reactors to 1 tech lab. If you want to go Marauder heavy, go 3-2. So for every 3 reactors you have 2 tech labs. And then if you have 10 barracks, that's 6 reactors and 4 tech labs. And then you're just making 12 Marines and 4 Marauders at a time, which is a lot of army with tanks and stuff like that, or Widow Mines or whatever you want to do. That's how I do it. So now I'm up to 70 workers. I'm catching up. Sorry. So all these trades are really good. You're doing really well on all these trades, and you're making me really be like careful. I'm just gonna push forward again. So I'm gonna start ultras as soon as my hive is done. I decided right here, when I was pushing in here, I was like, we're going ultras. Because I wanted to get broodlords, but I don't have the time. Like, you already have a fuck ton of workers, but now I'm on 90 workers now. It's all right. Now we're on even economy. And on 90 workers, I'm gonna make ultras, and I'm waiting for my ultras to hatch. I'm just kind of maxing out. So I'm just transferring all these workers. I'll let that base go because I've got more bases. Let me see your map vision. All right, so yeah, you don't know I have this base. You don't know I have this base down here, right? So I think one of the other things you should start doing is have a better understanding of where my bases are on the map. Because if you pick off this base, and then 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 you pick off this base, and you just keep pushing me down where I can't get past 4 bases, and you're on 5 bases, you just win the game. What you want to do against a Zerg at this point in the game is deny his expansions forever. Never let me get more bases than you have. That should be 100% your priority. Kill my expansion that I have over you. So if you know for a fact we are on the same amount of bases, the game, you're ahead. If you have 1 more base than me, you're really far ahead. If I have 1 more base than you, the game's about even. All right, so I need to stay ahead of you on bases. Right now we're about tied. I think you have 1 more than I do right now, but you just took this base. So that's all you should be thinking about. Kill those 2 bases. Kill over and over and over. Never let the Zerg expand past that, and you'll win. Now my ultras pop, and now you have just a fuck ton of Marines, and ultras are really good against this. So your Widow Mines aren't going to kill my ultras. Your tanks aren't going to kill my ultras. I've got the upgrades going right now for ultras. Chitinous plating. I've got banelings chasing you down, and that was it. So, like, also I think if you had been, so I'm going to say this is going to be F2 as well. The reason you kind of lost this game here. Let's go back. Let's go back. Imagine this. Hold on a second. Second, right here. All right, so right before you attack into here, all right? I've got all of my shit in 1 ball because I know all your shit's in 1 ball too. All right? Now imagine you take 2 medevacs and drop that base. Right? And then my army's going to move down towards that base. You see my army, and you can get the fuck home. And then while you're killing this base, as soon as that base is dead, pick up, drop in my main. Kill all that shit. As soon as that's dead, drop home. Now what you've done is you forced me into an all-in position. If you kill 2 of my bases after this, so like this base up here is dead. This base down here, I lose 22 workers. This base up here, I lose these 3 Nexus and the remaining, 6 workers up on my main. Now I'm down to about 60 workers, and I can't make more than 60 workers for the rest of this game. I'm just going to be on 60 workers, and you're still on 86, which means you're just super far ahead. Again, all you have to do, deny these bases. Multi-prong me. So unbind your F2 key. Just fucking unbind it. Take the button off of your keyboard. Pop the F2 key off of your keyboard so you can't use it for a week, for 1 week. Just don't fucking use it. Figure out how to not use the F2, and I promise you're going to beat the shit out of me. I promise you're going to beat the shit out of me. Because all your shit's in 1 big clump, and now I'm just going to fucking chase you across the map. So the Ling Bane is super good against F2, which is why I'm so good against Terran. As soon as I fight a Terran that's hitting me on multiple spots, they've got shit coming over here, they've got shit coming over here, they're pushing into my 3rd, they've got a Liberator out over here. Just like, it doesn't need to be a lot, just like 1 Liberator on the side base, then I'm like, fuck, I have to deal with that. Or I have to take all of my drones off of that base, and then I'm not mining it for a while. And then you're fighting me, and you're just getting ahead because you've got this mining time. It doesn't need to be like super, you don't need to be like special, or you don't need to be like Innovation or Maru. You just need to be like Liberator there, drop on your third, my whole army pushes into your fourth base. And do it in that order. Liberator, my army goes to your Liberator. Liberator, I have to split to the Liberator. You drop in my third. Oh my god, I have to go to the third. The rest of your army pushes into my fourth. I promise I will have nothing at my fourth base to defend that. Nothing. You'll just kill that fourth base and bring everything back home. And now I'm like, well, fuck me. I've lost 10 workers to that Liberator. I lost 3 workers to that Liberator. You completely killed that base, and then your army killed that base too. I'm down to 2 bases, and I have a fuck ton of Ling Bane. I have to move across the map now. And then as long as you defend that push, you win the game. You win the game. Unbind that F2 key. Unbind it. That's my best tip for you. Dude, thank you so much for playing today, man. I'm gonna quit the replay. I'm going into chat mode. But dude, seriously, I appreciate your practice today. This practice was super good for me as well. It wasn't just me pounding on you. You beat me fair and square the second game, and you damn near beat me that third one. So I think if you keep practicing and you figure out how to multi-prong, you're going to beat my ass consistently when we play. Because I suck against this Widowmine game that you're playing here. I'm bad against it when they're good. Yeah, man. Me too. Me too, man. I learned a whole bunch. Appreciate it. It's almost 10 o'clock here, so I'm going to end the stream. I'm going to end it. I know you got to get your stuff done too, but let's practice again maybe next week. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I'll close it down. All right. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Check it out on the YouTube channel. It's going to be on there tomorrow morning. It's going to probably go up in about 7-8 hours from now. Check it out. Support Tommy. TommyPro is in the clan. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.